So, bro, how far now?
Fine. It's good to be here.
I'm telling you the truth. You've been, a lot of contacting, and
Yeah.
this is actually first time we are meeting one-on-one.
Yes,
and
the very first time we are meeting one. Okay, first time we are talking.
Yes.
Because we met, but we did not talk.
Yeah, pardon me.
All right.
So, first, okay, I got to know your name is Glorrex.
Yeah.
So, what's actually like the full name and...
Okay, my real name
Yes.
is not like Glorrex. It's not my real name, but it's still my real name. It's a brand.
Yes.
So my real name is Ovie Glory
Okay.
Ogene Oraru.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I'm Isoko by origin.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's my name. Then the Glorrex is actually a brand name, and the brand name is a like a juxtaposition of my name and what I do.
Okay.
So my name is Glory, and I play the recorder. I'm a recorder player.
Yes.
That's my profession.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Glory Recorders.
Okay.
So you know when you do the ROECS, like you're recording, so
Yeah,
recorders.
records.
So
Okay.
recorders. So
Okay.
it's from the Glorrex. I just change the CS to X. So that's like the etymology of the name.
That's very like crafty.
Thank you.
It's very crafty of you,
Thank
man.
you.
Guy, how have it been like you and recorder like?
Okay.
How,
It's not been easy, I would say.
okay.
First of all, it's not been easy. You know, first of all, your location matters a lot. When you have a dream, your location can affect your dream,
Of course,
but that does not mean that your location can stop your dream.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe your location can play a vital role in your dream. But I
Yes.
don't believe that there's any place in the world that can stop anybody who is really resolute to do anything for himself.
Alright.
So my journey with the recorder started like 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
some person think it's very short for the kind of thing I do.
Where you stepped.
But I was actually into music, like vocal music. I'm still a singer.
Yes.
Yes, I'm into vocal music. I started vocal music way younger in choir. I'm an Anglican.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was where I started. Then I just picked up the record. That was in 2016,
Okay.
and I fell in love with the instrument.
Hmm.
I would say, and it's really been difficult along the way because we live in a country where the recorder is not really given its rightful place. Do you understand?
Yes.
And for me, I think the reason is because people do not know, or people have not explored what the instruments can do. You get? So we grew up knowing the recorder for just something you used to play. Mary Has a Little Lamb, your national anthem at best, Hot Crowd Buns, and maybe some secular tunes.
Caging it into just that small
Yeah,
scope.
that this is what the instrument can do. This is what it's used for.
Yes.
Then they feel like when you want to do something, when you want to really go into instrumentation, then you step it up, like
Yeah, you
saxophone, drop recorder and step it up. Yeah, so that's the pressure we face as recorder players every day. But the beauty about it is that in my 8 years of playing this instrument, I came to realize that there is an unimaginable ocean of things you can do with the instrument.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Wow.
People have spent 60 years into the instrument and they still don't feel like they've covered everything. Do you understand?
They still have more.
They still have
to
more
explore.
things to explore. Even the instrument itself out there in the world
Yes.
has greater things that need to. They're modern recorders now.
Okay.
The modern recorders have wider range, more dynamic range as well, pitch range. So the instrument is undergoing, should I say, evolution.
Yeah.
It's growing.
Just like every other instrument.
Just like every other instrument.
So it's just the way we see it.
We see
like
it.
we see it in a very
Stereotyped,
minimal,
yes,
way.
because of how we grew with it. And I don't really blame anybody for that.
Okay.
Okay, so that is why I stuck with the recorder, to show people that okay, this instrument is not just for playing multiple buns. So I stuck with the recorder to maximize its potentials.
Okay.
And let the world know that this is what the recorder can do. And you know, funny enough, somebody told me that the recorder does not have an audience in Nigeria. I was like, how what do you mean by that? That's not true. You are saying that because of the present look on the instrument,
Yes.
what you grew up with.
The way
But
people view it.
yes, but everywhere I have played the recorder, people were amazed. Like, is this the record I'm hearing?
I can testify to that. I can personally. Anybody that was at Ohanugo's show,
yes,
like everybody there would really felt it.
Do you understand? So for you to conclude that the recorder does not have an audience is really too fast. Do you understand? It's too fast because
until you see the
potentials. So we are still in the business of pushing the instrument, pushing its potentials, letting you all know that okay, this is what the recorder can do. Do you understand? So that is like my goal. That's like my dream for the recorder music in Nigeria. And the recorder can play all kind of music. I'm a musicologist. I graduated from the Department of Music, University of Nigeria. So
that's awesome.
Just graduated, and I have explored music, jazz music, classical music, R&B, Afrobeat. So the recorder can play in every genre. Do you understand? So it's not just for secondary school, nursery rhymes. Do you understand? So no, it's not just for that. It can do a lot of things.
This is a new view for me. Like I will confess, you understand? This is because you must have gone deep into research and learning and all that. That's awesome. Where did you first pick your first recorder? Like how?
Okay, that story is really it's still amazing to me because I remember in 2016 I was working as a computer agent in a cyber cafe. So I followed my boss to the house one day and he was like, he brought out a recorder and said, "Do you play this?" The first thing that came out of my mouth was yes. Like for real, till now I'm still amazed at how did I just say yes? And funny enough, I didn't play the recorder when I was in secondary school. So 2016 was my first time of picking the instrument. I hated music in secondary school.
Serious?
I'm a musicologist. Yes, I hated music in secondary school because of how it was taught to me. I didn't like the teacher. I didn't like the course. So I was always missing music classes. Then I graduated from secondary school, and I was in the choir. I joined the choir, so I started gaining the interest, and I found that man, you're good at this. So I picked it up. Then for the 2016, when my boss asked me, "Do you play this?" I said yes, and he gave me one. So I took it home and my life began. So I opened the record and I saw a fingering chart. There's a fingering chart for the instrument. I remember it was in the evening. I just picked it and I was like, I already started learning how to sight read, how to read stuff. You understand? So because the fingering chart is written in stuff.
Yes.
So I started going through it. So
following.
Yes, this is how I can play C. This is how I can play D. And that was how I learned. I didn't really have
a teacher. So
you were
self-taught?
Yes, I was self-taught. I started receiving classes later on in my life.
To advance.
Yes, to an more advanced level.
Yes.
But most of my growth was online. I sucked the internet. Like I was like a sponge. So I was going every day. I could even remember in my workplace. I hope my people don't see this. I usually sneak into the browsing room to search stuff about the recorder.
Yeah.
So that was how hungry I was to learn about the instrument. Nobody really told me that this instrument could do a lot. So when I went out there, I saw mind-blowing things. Do you understand? I saw people who were professionals at this, and I was like,
and what they were doing.
And what they were doing with the instrument, I said, I'm going to do this in Nigeria. Do you understand? So that has been my drive. God has really helped me. In fact, God has been my major motivation for this instrument. Yeah. And I remember there was a time when the pressure was really strong, and I was like, people were like, "You're very good at the recorder. Why don't you take up sax? Why don't you play the clarinet? Why don't you go?" I can remember very well.
You too.
I can remember this. There was a word that really kept me going. It's a very bad word.
Yeah.
I was in a choir rehearsal and I was just rehearsing. I rehearsed a lot.
Yes.
I rehearsed a lot. So the choir master was like, "Go and drop this thing. This thing will not give you any money. It won't take you anywhere. Come and learn the piano."
Damn.
So I stopped and I was like,
damn.
This recorder will not take me anywhere. In my mind, I said, when I get there, I'll call you. I was that stubborn.
Yes.
I said, when I get there, I'll call you. I'm not there yet.
So you're not calling him?
No, I'm not calling him.
You will call him?
I will call him. When I get there, I'll call you.
Of course.
I'll let you know that this is where... The recorder has actually taken me to so many places in
course.
Nigeria, but that's not the dream yet.
Yes.
There's something I'm seeing. There's something I want to do. I want to first of all, rewrite the story of the recorder in Nigeria and let people know that this instrument can do what the saxophone can do what the clarinet can do. You only know the saxophone can do so much because somebody invested time. Do you understand? Somebody invested time into that instrument, and that's what I want to do for the Nigerian community, for the recorder.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a lot. It's a long journey, and there are the ups and downs, there are the pains and the gains, but it's part of what we do.
That's what built you.
That's what built me. That's what built me.
I can see that, obviously. I can see that all over you, honestly.
Thank you very much.
So,
thank you.
Apart from shows, including shows, have you been, making money from this
instrument?
Yes.
Okay, I would say I'm still at my building stage, but I have made money from the instrument. I've made money from shows on the instrument. Yeah. Compared to others, you may not really say, okay, big money. Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about big money.
Well, yes,
I'm like, have this thing been at least putting some one cool
Actually, I go for shows and I get paid, because when I started putting my content out there online,
yes,
because where I was, the environment I was, it was not really recognized.
Okay.
Till now, I don't even know what my first show was. Oh. I'm still trying to think, like, what was the first place I actually played? You get? So, but I started putting my content out there online, and people started liking what I do. So they were like, this recorder can do this much. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I'm not going to settle for this. You people are still newbies. So what I'm doing now is still shocking you. You understand?
Where you are
what I'm seeing is those things I have fed my mind with on YouTube, on the net. I saw people doing crazy things. I thought, you guys have not seen anything yet. So I was not really taking the accolades then. I said, don't worry, just wait. There's still more I can do with the instrument. So that was how people started getting in touch with me. And I will tell you the truth. The recorder has given me connections. The recorder has given me money. The recorder has paid bills. Do you understand? Even in school, even for my project defense, the recorder gave me almost like 70% of the money I used for my project defense. So it's just God. Give all the glory to God.
Of course.
And I was happy that I did not really give up along the way because of the pressure that came with, oh, you're the only recorder player around. Why are you not playing this? Actually, I saw those opportunities. And you know, I saw where they were coming from.
Yes.
I understood that they wanted me to go and try out other things. This one may not work out. But I am the kind of person that I have stubborn faith. I'm a very stubborn person in that way.
I was going to ask you, are you generally like that, or is it for the love of record? I understand. Let's say in school or in other things you do.
Yeah, in other things I do. I think my personality over time is affecting how I see life, how I see the recorder. And actually, my work with God as well too has also taught me how to be patient, how to persevere, how to see that thing that nobody sees and stick to it. That's what faith is.
Yes.
You understand? So that's faith in action. The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So I'm not seeing it yet. Nobody is seeing it yet. But I'm holding on to that thing in my mind that this is what I want to do.
And it's going to.
And when I look back, I'm like, oh, you're not where you want to be now. In fact, I'm not anywhere close to where I want to be. But when I look back, I'm not where I started. Do you understand? So that's the encouragement I have, that, okay, yes, the perseverance, the struggle, the persistence, they are leading me somewhere. So I'm thinking, and there was a time I actually wanted to drop the instrument, and I prayed to God, and God said, don't drop it. Do you understand? He said, stick to this instrument. That was the words I heard. He said, stick to the instrument. That was like 5 or 4 years ago. Do you understand? I said, okay, I was going to stick to this thing. Not like I can play the saxophone to an extent. I can even play the guitar to an extent. Yeah, and I sing. I was not for singing. Do you understand? Yeah. But I picked up the instrument. I said I was going to make a name for the instrument. I'm going to make a name for myself. I was going to tell my creative story with these instruments. Every creator, every artist has a story he wants to tell. You understand? And we all, assumably, we all know our story, and we want to tell it. So we have different mediums of telling that story.
Yes.
Some they use their vocals to tell the story. Some they use instruments to tell. Some they even use production to tell their story. You understand? So
writing.
So I'm using both vocals and instruments, and the instrument I chose to major in is the recorder. I'm going to tell my story with this instrument. So that's just it for me.
So majorly is the recorder, but the vocal, like singing.
Yeah.
Do you still like push it in at all, like?
Yeah, I
put
still
effort?
I still sing. I still sing every day, but I will not really say I really put out more of my singing content on my platform, because my platform is known for recorder. Do you understand? But I'm still going to put it in. I'm going to widen. I just want to first of all push this instrument out there.
It's very important to be known for it.
Yes, to be known for it. I told myself that if they are going to count all the recorder players in Nigeria,
yes,
I should be among the first three. Do you understand? for a start, too. For a start, we know we have our aim.
Understand?
Yes. So those were the things that kept me going and pushing, and God has played a major role in my life.
Your story is actually motivating. No, I mean it.
Thank you very much.
I mean it. Because I had a lady here, Julianne. She really talked about how every musician wants to play keyboard and guitar.
Yeah.
Understand? And saxophone. Just these three.
Just
like most people understand.
Most people, yeah.
But she actually shared her experience, how she made money from uncommon how she makes money, like how she lives on those kind of stuff, like uncommon instrument and persistence. And I think maybe your own is let's say the passion. Yes, the passion drives
everything.
But experience also made her realize, like calculate very well that these other things are common. Why don't you just go for uncommon thing? Understand?
Yeah.
And she developed passion for those things. Understand?
One thing I would tell people who want to go for uncommon ventures, let me put it that way, is that you just have to be so good that you cannot be resisted.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because the competition out there is strong.
Very,
do you understand? And the mindset out there is hard.
Yes.
So you just have to work on yourself to the point that you cannot be resisted. That was what I told myself. That I want to work on my craft. I know you guys don't like recorder now. Don't worry. I'm not even concerned about that.
Yes.
But wait for me. I want to present it to you in a way that you will sit and you cannot resist it. Do you understand? So those are the things that gave me sleepless nights, that made me always up on the game.
Yeah. That's deep. I love it. I love the energy. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so but you have other things you do. Do you have like any other thing?
Yeah.
Apart from basically the music.
I have other things I do. I'm a barber.
Nice.
I'm a barber, and I'm a well-known barber in UNN.
Okay.
And barbing too has also paid a lot of bills. Yes. So and I was a basketballer before, but when I came to UNN, like no. My department showed me shame, so I was able to continue. But
okay, like the busy schedule.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it was so crazy. You can't just call any random music student and ask them to tell you how crazy this schedule is. So I couldn't meet up with that, but I still have plans of going back. Okay. So those are the things I do. And I was also into laundry too. I was also into laundry. And I still do laundry. But I don't really do laundry in Osaka. When I go back to Warri, that's where I really, there's a place I do laundry. So those are the other things I do by the side. And composition as well. I do composition, music scoring. I also do music production a little bit. But I still want to expand, production, so that I can produce for myself, because it's different when you are your own producer.
Yes.
You know what you want, you know what your style is, you know what you are selling.
Yes.
Unlike when somebody who is producing for you and they don't really understand. Yes. It means that you're pressuring them to do what they are not really flexible with. But if you're learning production for yourself and for your brand, you know that, okay, this is what I want, this is the sound I want to put out there, this is the unique sound. It's about being unique. I see many upcoming artists who want to do what everybody is doing because everybody loves what everybody is doing.
Yes.
But you will just be one fish in the ocean. Do you understand? But if you go for what is uncommon and you stand out, they cannot make reference to that thing and not call your name.
Of course.
Do you understand? So that's just it for going out for what is really uncommon. So I told myself, this is where I want to be. So I do other things that will even push me to get better on the brand I want to push out there, because when you push out a brand, one brand,
Yes.
and you're known for that, you can start bringing other things inside that will
Yes.
complement it.
Yes.
But many persons want to do everything
At the same time.
at the same time. If you want to be exceptional,
Yes.
that will not really work the best. If you want to be exceptional,
Yes.
Bruce Lee will say, I fear the man who learns one kick 1,000 times than the man who learns 1,000 kicks. Do you understand?
Nice.
So if you see a man who is learning just one kick,
when he give it to you,
1,000 times, if he give it to you,
you are down.
you are down. But there can be somebody who will say, okay, this is 1,000 kicks. I want to learn everything. You will not be strong. You will not be exceptional at anyone.
Yes.
Do you understand? So that's the stage I am in my life right now. There are a lot of things I want to do, but I'm just focused on building this first.
Yeah.
I'm still working on other things. You understand?
Yes.
I'm working on other things.
That's
But
nice.
I'm even going into I'm into the financial market as well.
Oh,
I'm still trying to grow that part. But those are things I do indoors, yeah. But
Yeah.
what I push out there is my music and the recorder.
that's great. That's great. When you started, what was your parents' position in music industry? You know, that's one of the most interesting things.
Oh, okay. Thankfully for me, I still thank God that okay, I have the kind of family I had. I disturb them a lot.
Oh wow.
With my instrument. When I just enter the house like this, they know that noise has come again because I have a dream. You get so at first when I wanted to study music, I told my dad I wanted to study music and he was like, oh, you want to be a musician? This was after I already ran for I started running a election. I was going for engineering actually.
Oh.
I was a science student, funny enough.
Damn.
So I was going for engineering and I was saying that this thing was not working out. And why it was not working out, I was surprised because I was a very bright student. I was like the tops.
You look like one.
In my,
Anyone that push this stuff with this energy will do good in whatever.
Physics, chemistry, like yeah, we are having tutorials in my school, my secondary school. So I even went for a competition for my school. That's how the school knows that this person is good.
Yes.
So when I came out and I was struggling to get in there, I was like, what's going on? So I went back to pray. I went back. I said, no, this cannot just be normal. Until it was clearly told to me that go into this music that you are doing by the side is actually what's going to bring you out.
That should actually be the major.
Yes. So that's what was going to bring me out. And I said, music. I said, okay. And I know it when I hear God. You understand?
Yes.
So I said, okay, I was going for music. Even when I wrote my jam for music, and I think I wrote jam. I didn't even prepare for the jam. And I wrote other courses I was not preparing for. I had 230 something. Then my positive was 290. I was like, for this music that I did not prepare for, the doors were just slammed open. You understand? So that really gave me the confirmation that okay, yes, I want to do this. I'm made for this thing. You understand? Because life is actually meaningless when you don't find purpose. You don't know what you want to do. Because if you find a purpose in life, you drive it with your last breath. Do you understand? So I know what I want to do in life. I know what I want to do with my life. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's so clear. I'm not even confused about it.
You know what I was going to ask you next was like, what's your purpose in life? But I don't think I should ask that question right now.
Okay, my mama. I will still ask. I'll come there.
Okay.
I'll come there.
Okay.
Because as a record player, people think it's just about the instrument. Yes, I'm pushing the instrument, but as humans in general, we have one purpose. So please God and serve people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's as simple as that. Please God and serve humanity. So what you use to serve humanity is now those gifts that God has given to you. So God gave you those gifts, and if you read the Bible, I'm a good student of the Bible. You see? So Jesus was given a parable. I said a master was traveling and he gave people he gave some 5 talents, some 2 talents, the other 1 talent, according to their abilities.
Yes.
So God has given you what you can handle.
Yes.
So I see, okay, this is something I can handle. I can't even be discouraged because I know that I can handle this thing. There's nothing that comes that I cannot handle when it comes to this place because this is my strength, this is my gift.
Yes.
So any challenge that comes in this area is surmountable. Do you understand? So that is how I see. That is what really pushed me. Then so I know that I want to touch lives with the recorder. I want to lift souls who are in depression. Somebody was telling me that he listened to my play, and there was this light in his spirit. And this is what I actually pray for that. And the funny part was that I was not even playing a gospel song. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's now about you knowing what you want to do, you running it, and God actually working it out for you.
Putting
hand, yes. Yeah, let it go. Because the sound itself, sound is spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you have bettered your sound from that place of your passion and love for God and to serve humanity, whatever you do with that gift will actually serve humanity. But when your intentions and your purpose are not really known, or you're having a bad intention, you will do that same thing and you may not get the same results. Do you understand? So it's not just about playing. My pursuit of this goal is not just to be the best yes, even being the best is part of me pleasing God and serving men. Do you understand? It's part of the goal. But I really want to lift the spirits of men. People are going through a lot. Do you understand? And music is one way that you can bridge that gap. You can draw people together. You can bring them out of depression. And that's what I'm really looking at.
This must have taken a lot of discipline to build yourself to this point, because I don't know if most people are born this way, but I feel it is decision and discipline, hard work, and all that. You must have put that in place. So, like, what could be like? Do you have like a daily routine, like almost every day you cannot miss this?
Okay. Personally, I'm very bad with routines.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's be sincere. It's more interesting that way, even though more risky.
Yes, when I say I'm very bad with routines is that I'm a very passionate person.
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm a very passionate person. If I want to do something, I go all out for it.
Okay.
If you want me to go all out for something, just convince me. Do you understand? So I move with passion, but yeah, I like keeping sometimes a flexible schedule.
If you were to advise your younger self,
okay,
is there like something you think you should have done better? You understand?
Well, my younger self went through a lot in this journey, in the sense that I had passion, yes, but there were some things I did not know.
Okay.
There were some things I did not know. I understood that, yes, I was growing,
okay,
but I really wished I had some more opportunities. Well, meanwhile, I don't cry about the opportunities I did not have. I'm working towards getting those opportunities, you get. But if I was to advise my younger self, I think I would have worked more and played less.
Okay. You think with all this your energy, you still did not work enough? No, I want to get, because I don't understand. Don't make me understand, please.
Yes, I still did not work enough, because the human being is capable of a lot.
Very much.
The human being is capable of a lot. Like, sometimes I just take out quiet time and I just think, look at my life. There are some things I do that I never thought were possible. So that mental blockage, let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Because it was when I started going out. This was like the second year. I started going out. I knew that, this could do a lot. Do you understand? Imagine I knew that. I knew those things in my first year. Do you understand? So I would have advised my younger self to spend more time, to be more disciplined. to be more disciplined, because we are young.
Yeah.
We are young, and I was caught up in the whole I want to enjoy myself while I'm young thing that many youths do today. Not knowing that you don't want to. Jesus said, walk while it is day. For night comes when you cannot walk.
Yes.
There's a lot of wisdom there. Many people want to rest now. Do you want to walk later? Do you want to walk
when you will not be able
to walk? Do you want to walk in your ninth time when you are older? I really want to live my life to the fullest in my young age. Do you understand? So that I would smile and now be like, I'll rest more when I'm losing the energy. When I get to 50, there are some things I will not be able to do that I can do now. Do you understand? So I would have advised myself to give more time to my craft, because one thing I notice about goals is that when you set a goal for yourself that this is what I want to do. This was my problem at the beginning. I set a goal for myself that I want to be this, and I see many young people having that issue. They are driven with passion, like I was, but they didn't know how to. They don't know how to plan, how to set their short-term goals, their long-term goals. They just have the overall idea. I want to be a mad instrumentalist,
and you just feel like.
Do you know what it takes to be a mad instrumentalist? Do you understand? Do you know the things you need to know every month? Like, I think there was a schedule I wanted to put myself last year that I was not able to do. You know, in music lessons where everybody out there for free. In music we have 12 keys.
Okay.
In music, and we have 12 months in a year.
Yes.
So my plan was to devote a month to a key. Mastery. Do you understand? So mastery is the aim.
Yes.
Do you understand? So for you to get mastery, it's a lot of work. And you are not getting any younger. So I wish I put in that much work that I was supposed to put in way back. I would have been more better than I am now. I'm more productive. And my horizon would have been wider, because as I climb up the ladder, it's like I'm here. I think that this is the end of where my eyes can see. If I go outside,
when you get there,
I see, oh, it's higher. If I go up, I say, my God, there's a world out here. Do you understand? So so when we are still at the down, we think, oh, I can play on this key. I'm good. Only that key. When you now start exploring music, you now get into a situation where you're not playing your favorite key.
Yes.
You're playing something else. You know, okay, I don't really know how to play. Do you understand? So I don't want that. I don't really know how to play moments in my life. So I wish I stuck to my routines earlier. I would have advised myself to work broader. Then. Because I didn't know much, so I would blame my ignorance. But ignorance is not an excuse. I didn't know much, but one thing I would tell my current self is that whatever you got wrong in the past is in the past.
Yes.
You understand? So
that's it.
You cannot change the past,
Yes.
but you can do something today that will affect tomorrow.
Future.
Do you understand? So
Yes.
that's what I am in right now in my life. I'm working on those things I was not able to work on back then. I'm doing them now.
Yes.
It's painful because I don't pass this stage. You understand? But I have to do them now.
It's more of lessons learned, not like regrets.
Yes, lessons exactly. Lessons learned. I learned my lessons. So now when I train recorder players, because that was also my goal, to have a mass number of good and prolific recorder players in Nigeria. That's my aim. Wow. You understand? So when I train people, I don't even spare them. You understand? You won't go through the mistakes I went through when I was your age, when I started. You understand? So you have to do the work. Yes, I can be that strict when it comes to work.
But that's what's needed.
That's what's needed for
Don't you think?
I trained a boy on the recorder for a year.
Yeah.
And he was almost playing like me. A year. Because now I have made all the mistakes. That's what mentorship does for you.
Yes.
You have made all the mistakes, and somebody who's coming under you has that leverage not to make the same mistakes.
To pick all those things
you've
learned over
the
years.
Pour them on you in 1 year. So I look at myself and say, if I had this, I would have been able to do this in 1 year. But no regrets. Somebody else is doing it.
Of course.
Do you understand? So that's my joy.
It's a legacy.
It's a legacy.
That guy can never forget you, And more people
more people are learning the instrument. More people are seeing that this instrument can do a lot. More people are valuing the instrument, and that is part of my goals. That people value what this instrument can do.
Yes, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So I don't think if we should delay more, because I can't wait to I can't wait.
Enough talk. Let's do something, right?
Of course, bro.
All right. You can play the guitar, right? Okay. So I think it's in your studio, so you should be able to play.
What you man go do now?
Let me just do a little for our audience. Just give me any progression. Let me just freestyle over it. All right, so just give me a progression. Okay, this is. Let me play what you all know.
Yes.
So I don't have issue with the fact that you wanted to play Mary Has a Little Lamb. There's a lot you can do with that.
Because yes, you touched there and then you moved on. I can see.
There are other types of recorders. There are bigger recorders.
Yeah.
This is the one that many people know.
Yes.
But not this style. This is a better quality though.
Okay.
But this is the size
Yes,
that people
that
know.
people-
And things that mass production of plastic recorder in Nigeria, there are a lot of fake and like low quality. The one that once you just fall on the ground, they're already broken.
Yes.
Those are the ones that we saw around, we used in secondary school.
Yeah.
In fact, there are so many separated pieces of recorders everywhere in
What
this
could
country.
this thing cost right now? This particular one?
Yeah, this. I don't really talking about the prices of my instrument.
No, I know, because I know those older ones, you know, they
Yeah, like 1,000.
yes, that kind of stuff. Those days,
Now it used to be like, let me see, high 3,000.
3,000, yes.
But on Amazon now, this one should, if I'm not wrong, the last time I checked was plus shipping fee to Nigeria. I think it was about $34.
$34, not $34K naira.
That's like the same thing. I'm going to that's right. So
No, $34 is not $34K. It's almost double. Okay.
Good recorder. Recorder is actually the original material is wood. A wooden recorder is expensive. A dream recorder is. The last time I checked, it was like 3 million. But
Guy.
3 million naira. That's my dream recorder. But we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll
Definitely.
We'll get
Definitely. It's just that you just shocked me. Like,
We'll get there.
wow,
We'll get
of
there.
course.
It's still about bringing value to the instrument.
Definitely.
I can remember when I was growing, because most time when people want to learn the instrument, I tell them buy a good instrument. They're like, it's expensive. I said that's why. You still have this mentality that this instrument is not worth this.
You understand? That is not worth the money.
Yes, I bought a record. This is a Sopranino recorder.
Okay.
My first Sopranino recorder, like in 2019 or 17, no, 2019 or 2018, was about 10,000 naira. As small as it is,
Yeah.
then it was not even with shipping. It was in
The
my time.
price.
Yeah, that was the time, about 10,000 naira. I bought it. So I gave out that money because I loved the
You
instrument.
knew the
I
value.
knew the value of the instrument. So that's what I want people to know out there. That recorders are very costly. Yes.
Wow.
But you have too much access to the fake ones. You know, so you
Yes.
think that is what all recorder.
Yeah.
Because so I protect my recorders very well.
Because you know the.
Because I know how much
What
they're
it
worth.
worth.
Yes, I know how much they're worth. I know how much they're worth. So
That's just.
That's just-
you know, I've just been saying awesome because everything is just like wowing my head right now. I'm falling in love with the recorder again and again. Anytime I see a recorder or someone playing a recorder, I will respect that person more. Not like I don't respect them more.
you know that this is actually capable of doing much more.
You know, sometimes when you see someone carrying some certain instruments and maybe carrying let's say a recorder, you feel like, oh, well, this person maybe what you might tend to pay this person higher or something.
Yes,
you know that kind of
exactly.
mentality.
That's what I'm doing with the instrument. I want to put value into the instrument so that others can put value in. That's how value works.
Of course.
When you put value, you price something.
Yes.
People will look at the way you take this and they will give it that same respect. So
course.
I am my first audience.
Yes.
I am the goal I have. I'm working on it out. I'm working it out on myself first before I start working it out on others. You understand? So
appreciate it the more you do.
that's the journey we are in, bro.
Of course. But don't be offended. I would like to hear another thing. No? Like I don't know. I would like to hear another one again before we, after because.
Okay, let me play something classical. I'm a dire fan of classical music
Okay.
and jazz. So I don't know if you. Okay, let me play one that everybody will know.
I will sit back and enjoy, you know. This guy don't bust my head.
bro.
Yeah.
The recorder can do what any other instrument can do. I tell you the truth. Melodically, like pitch-wise, we can actually play anything because it is fully chromatic. You can play all keys. Like the piano can play all keys, the saxophone can play all keys. So it's just you working them out.
Yes.
You understand? So if
adding
anything,
your own creativity.
yes, adding your creativity. And one thing that's beautiful about this instrument is that it is very responsive to air, and that is it's an advantage and a disadvantage as well. But it's an advantage because I can manipulate it to do whatever I want it to do. Do you understand? I can play. You can just manipulate the pitches. When you master the instrument, you can do anything.
What else do you want to learn in this thing? Like you when you're this good, how far do you still want to go?
I'm not good yet. Okay, I agree that yes.
Is there anything like you're working on right now? Like
yes, there are more challenging things out there
that you don't know how to play.
That I don't know how to play. There are more. See, there's a kind of music I want to do.
Okay.
I want to do high level music, professional music.
Okay.
Not just. I want to do music that everybody can relate with, but I also want to do music when it comes to dexterity, like higher level of difficulty. Do you understand? I'm a fan of meeting challenges and beating them.
What else you want to learn? Where you want to reach?
You see, I made an analogy the first time that when you are here, you can only see like this. When you start going up, you know that there's a lot that can be done with the instruments, with the recorder. Like I still have to. If you want to play the recorder, you have to be very meticulous because, like I said earlier, the slightest amount of air you send into the instrument will make a change. You can maneuver, you can manipulate it if you master it. That's why you have to be very precise.
Okay.
Very precise on your fingerings, your tonguing, your air pressure, everything has to be precise. So I don't have that precision the way I want it. I don't have that precision yet. So that's why I'm still working on my craft, practicing every day. I've not mastered everything yet.
And you know, when you master this one you just talked about now, you still find another one that you still
there will definitely be something to master. The sky is the starting point because when you get all the scientists, they went up and they thought we have gotten to the moon. They saw that wow.
Next thing they don't talk the moon. So, next thing they won't go beyond moon.
There's always something. I think that's what keeps us. Music is dynamic, you know. So that's what keeps the musician alive. The fact that you're seeing something new, you're seeing something challenging every time is what keeps you. If I get to the point where I ever feel like okay, I now know how to play, that's the end of my career.
You won't.
Do you understand? Because the push will not be there. Let me tell you honestly, I want to be very honest. People have an issue with what I'm about to say. For me, when I tell them that I'm like 15 or 20% close to my goal, they're like, so you mean with all these things that you have done, you are still rating yourself? They think it's an underration. Do you understand? But for me, maybe I thought too big. Maybe I saw too big. But what I have in my head that I want to do with the instrument, I want to do with music, is mind-boggling.
Wait, I want to understand. What you have in your head you want to do based on creating space for it in the industry, or you're still like what you're talking about, like still
what I want to master on the instrument is still
way.
It's
like the
wide.
Gap is still like that.
Gap, yes, very, very wide.
Well, I won't argue with you. I will not argue with you because I know.
It's still wide. That's one thing that broaden your horizon does for every creative out there. If you want to be a content creator, you want to be a creator, you want to be an artist.
Yes.
If you are into the arts, you know that you are plunging into an endless sea. Do you understand? So
just keep
it that way.
Yes.
That you're plunging into an endless sea and you cannot exhaust.
But I'm happy. Like the satisfaction is that at every point you are happy. You are achieving goals.
Yes.
And then that will just make you, because if you keep just chasing to get there, and then when you get there and you're not happy, or more, you want more.
Yeah. I learned to, even though I don't do this a lot for myself at this stage. Maybe later on I will do it, I don't know. But at this stage, I don't really gratify myself that much.
Okay.
Because of what I have on ground that I am working on that is so big.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So I'm just 8 years in these instruments. So I still have a lot to learn, I think.
Yeah.
You understand? So if I done a clock like, let's say, 3 decades, I know that I've gathered experience. So I have a lot to learn in experience. I have a lot to learn with mastery. You know, I'm a diehard fan of mastery. I love art.
Yes.
When you see the details in art, in drawings, in painting,
paying keen attention.
That's one thing this instrument has taught me. In fact, that is one thing my journey as an instrumentalist has taught me. Paying attention to every detail. And I have people in my life who has really helped me, who has built me to that point. Who has built me to see beyond what everybody. Yes.
Just the surface.
Mediocre. No. We don't do that where we come from. What we are seeing is far.
Okay. I think. Do you still want to play something? I think
they should go to my Instagram page, or they go to my Instagram page. You see a lot of content there.
You see a
lot of content there, yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Thank you very much.
So I think it's right about time we made a toast.
Hey,
so, bro, I
make a toast.
Yes, I want you to make a toast.
Can I make a toast to more than one thing?
Feel free.
Because my journey is conglomeration of a lot of things, a lot of experiences. My experiences with God, my experiences with mentors, my experiences with my colleagues. You understand?
Yes.
So I want to make a toast to everybody out there who have supported my growth, because growth is a lot in a man's life, in a man's journey. Yes. Growth is important, and I want to shout out and a toast to all those who have helped me in one way or the other, even in my growing days. I think I should mention some names.
Please.
Okay. When I started, because you see, the Bible says, "Don't despise the day of little beginnings." Yes. When I started, there were people who inspired me, who were there for me. I have Love Sax, my saxophonist friend and brother. Yeah, wherever you are, this toast is for you. Then I have Judwins. Judwins is a recorder player that also plays saxophone and clarinet. Okay. I think I watched one of his performances and I was like, wow, the recorder can do more. And he's a Nigerian, so I give it to him. I was not only inspired by people out there, I was inspired by people around me. Then Big John as well, he's a saxophonist. This toast is also to him. Then to my music mentor, Benafa David Zitu, he's my choral director. I was in his choral, and most of the precision and everything rubbed off on me from him too. So I want to give it to him. And to my lecturers in the Department of Music, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from those people, experience-wise, interpretation to music. I learned a lot from them. Mr. Samson Ono, a toast is going to you, and a toast is also going to Mr. Michael. Then to my current HOD, though it will soon be changed, Professor, it's no longer a doctor, Professor Adeogun. This toast is to him as well. And to all my friends in diaspora who have really supported my dream. Effie Solomon, I give it to you. And Daniela, I call her my mother. She's my mother. Actually, she believes in my dream, and these are people who are pushing me to do the things I'm doing. I'm giving it to them. And to Sarah Jeffries as well, team recorder. Our videos inspired me to want to work harder. Michaela Petri, my idol, like I'm giving it to them because these are. I'm a product of many experiences. Yes. I cannot list all the names. Yes. Seriously, the time we are already taking too much time. But if I start listing names, we'll take more time. You understand? So, all of you out there, your name will not really come to mind right now. This toast is for you. And lastly, to my spiritual father, Pastor Femi Babs, save the best for the last, because my spiritual life is a key part of anything in my creative life.
Yes.
My spirituality is a great influence on my creativity. Do you understand? So to my spiritual father, Pastor Femi Babs, also known as Walakate, you all know him. Yes, so this toast is to you for your love, your care, your support. Okay. And lastly, to recorder music in Nigeria. Yes, recorder music is coming big in Nigeria. I'm saying it now. I'm telling you all.
Bigger.
Join the trend. Yes, it's coming bigger. It's coming bigger. So, thank you very much. And to you, for calling me out here to come and talk for how many hours now? Yes, I'm giving a toast to you as well, to giving me the opportunity to share my story. I always want to share my story with people because I know that God has helped me.
Yes.
And He wants to help others. Yes. And if He has helped me, it's like a ripple effect.
Of course.
My story will help other person. So, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Thank you.
I believe in like no time we're still going to come together and share more stories. Now we are trying to cut things like time and all that.
Time.
But I know more experience and
more adventure. And when we get there, we see how we navigated our way through. Yes. Let's talk about it.
I believe that's part of the essence of this story, understand? So that tomorrow you can look back and say, well, this is what I recorded as this, and look at me now.
Cheers to that. Cheers to better days.
Yes, so thanks for coming, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate, man. I really appreciate.
Woo!